This is the Kicking It podcast where we talk all things women's rugby league.
And stories to inspire and entertain. Come kick it with us.
Welcome back to another episode of Kicking It. It's been a minute
It's been a hot minute.
since both of us have been here together.
I know, I missed you.
I think it's been 3 weeks.
It has.
Last week I wasn't here. Week before you weren't there.
And now we are back together.
We're back. Dream Team's back.
We are back, baby.
Round 7 done. No.
Yes.
Yes, round 7. Sorry, I looked at the note. I might have written that wrong. Round 7 done.
That was me.
Sorry, I should have
All
known
fixed
anyway. You guys have had another great win, which we'll talk about shortly.
Yeah.
How's the bod feeling?
So sore. I'm so sore. I played the last 12 minutes in the halves.
And what happened?
Yeah. So we just changed it up a little bit. Touch wood, nothing happens to Joss, our halfback, but just in case I'm sort of the next option.
Yeah, cool.
So we just wanted to give me a bit of a crack in there, and I've never made so many tackles in my life. No, it's been a very long time since I've been on the line. I missed it, but fuck, I was blowing.
That's the best.
And just a bit of usually my legs are just buggered, but bit of neck stiffness from making more than 2 tackles in a whole game.
Oh, I feel yeah. Interesting. Okay, we'll chat a bit more about it shortly. We'll go through our little review, and then we're going to do a little bit of a chat about our dads.
Yay!
Little Father's Day dedication.
Father's Day edition.
We wanted them to come in today. They didn't end up coming. My dad couldn't get off work, which was really unfortunate. But
That's okay. My dad was so excited. We were waiting to see if Louis could come in, and then it was cool not to, but he loves his bike ride, so he was like, let me know as early as you can so I can go for my bike ride. I was like, okay, Mike. Dad. But it was funny when I called him, he was like, do you reckon we'll come in another time? I was like, our plan is to keep the potty up, so we'll definitely get you on.
Absolutely. Sorry, Mike, we definitely have to get them in here. We'll probably do we should do a weekend one, a couple of beers.
Yes,
I know that will attract my dad in. He'll definitely come for that one.
That'll make him a starter for sure.
We'll do that shortly, but let's have a look. Round 7.
Yes,
first game up was
Raiders versus Knights. Knights got up 20 to Raiders 12.
Yes.
Yeah. What did you think of it?
It was a close one because Raiders were up in the first half. I think they went in. It might have been 12-0.
Yeah. I think they started really strong
at halftime.
And then Knights came back. Hey,
they did in their never say die sort of, their attitude.
Yeah. I feel like that's what's going to really help them towards the back end of this comp and into finals. They haven't had, they've definitely had some really big wins, but a lot of them they've had to really grind out and show some resilience.
Yep.
And with us coming up against them next week, that's what I'm most worried about. But they just know how to win. And I think a lot of that comes through Jessie. She's been really good for them. She's got a good try and has just been sort of, leading their side really well.
She has. Couple of the Raiders, or looking at the Raiders, Maddie Bartlett got a double, which was really good in that first half. Some classy stuff by the centre, who we've spoken about a bunch of times.
Yes.
Robin Zveretti. So that was really good to see. Mads, her try tally must be quite high. She gets
heaps. Well, I think she started as highest try scorer going into the season, or she was up there. So she must be racking them back up. But yeah, one of the try was crazy. She nearly scored, offloaded back in, it went sort of back towards the middle and then went back, and then she reloaded and got and put it down. Hey, it was such a good one.
Really good awareness by Maddie to get back up. Hey, she could just stay on the ground.
Yeah. I feel like she doesn't get, she scores tries, but she doesn't get spoken. There's some really class wingers out there, but she's right up there with them.
Absolutely. Gets the job done.
Yeah.
And then another one I wanted to make mention of was Caitlin Johnson for the Knights. Did you see her?
Her hit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no, sorry. Oh. Did she put a good hit on?
Yeah.
Who was that on?
Oh.
Forgotten.
I've forgotten.
Sorry, I was going to say her.
It was on Tackle of the Week, I think, though. So, yeah.
I was going to say her ball to their half or their 6.
Oh, yes.
To go over, because she did the same thing to us last week.
Yeah, did she?
Yeah, she put Yazzie over for a really nice try.
Yeah.
And then she's done it again, put her 6 over.
So good.
Such a good...
Because she's got that halves background. I'm sure when she started playing, she played in the halves.
Was she?
I'm sure I heard that on the commentary.
True.
I could be lying, but correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure that's what I heard. So I'm not surprised that she can put some people over for tries.
Little ball playing middle she is.
Yeah.
Not little, big ball playing middle.
Big, strong ball playing middle. But yeah, she's just a freak.
Yes, she is.
She's I feel like she can do it. She can put on the big hits. Yeah. She can have those tough carries, and the fact that she can, she's skillful enough to, do some crazy balls and find the space for the players outside her.
Yeah. She's just adding
just
to her.
got the whole,
the
whole package.
That's it. Good win by the Knights.
Yes.
Second game.
Broncos and your Sharks. Really close one in
Yes.
the end. But the Broncos got the win 32-28.
Yeah,
Talk
they
us
did.
through it.
Another tough one. I feel
Yeah.
like just kind of the same story for us throughout the season. I didn't realize it was such a high scoring game, like
so
32
many
to 28,
points.
a lot of points scored, which is good because we've kind of struggled in our attack to score points. So it's really good that we actually got some points on the board, but really disappointing that we didn't get the win.
Yeah.
I feel like in the first half we had them. I feel like we were really dominant for that first like 20-25. And again, it's the same story. We did it against you guys.
Yeah.
And we just can't hold on. So we let them back in. They got 2 tries right before the half. And then
Just shifted momentum a little bit.
exactly right.
Yeah.
And then just struggled. So
That's okay. That's sort of like what Broncos did last week with the Raiders. Raiders started really strong. Then the momentum shifted. And then I feel like when they get the momentum on their side, they're really hard to beat. But they flew away with it last week against Raiders. You guys stuck in there and fought to the end. But yeah, really tough. I feel like I want to give a shout out to Ellie Johnston. I think she's been one of your best. Is she your top try scorer?
Oh, I've written it down. She'd
Yes.
be close to, if not, the top try scorer.
So
on our
good.
team.
But she's looking fit and just putting her hand up to do
a
heaps
lot of work for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's been awesome for you guys. Really tough. So does that mean you guys are
We're done.
out-
I think.
out?
Yeah, I think the chances are very, very slim. We'd have to rely on
Yeah.
other results and points. So it's tough. But I
Yeah.
think
Yeah. But 2 games, so the last 2 against Para and Dragons, very winnable games. I'm backing you definitely to win those ones. But a good opportunity to still sort of find some combinations and maybe go into next season, just figuring a few things out.
yeah, I
So
think we've
definitely love to
had
get from it.
we've had a bit of challenges with that, with injuries and stuff, losing Jada early and then throwing people in a few different positions. So definitely have struggled with getting that connection right, across the park. But a couple more games to get. So
Yes.
looking forward to that.
But it was good to see you back out there.
Yes, it's good to be back.
Yes, you need to be out there for sure. Okay, next game was Cowboys versus Dragons. So Dragons ended up whipping the Cowboys.
Yeah,
Cowboys
they
have
did.
really gone downhill, haven't they?
They have, and I feel like it was after the game that we had against them.
Yeah, you took their confidence away and they just haven't been able to bounce back.
They haven't. They've struggled, hey.
Yeah.
Dragons playing some really good footy, though, and I feel like we've spoken about it a bit. They've been building. They've got, the right sort of people in the key positions to be able to play really good footy, and we're finally starting to see it. So really exciting. I know you guys mentioned Tegan Berry last week. She had a blinder.
Yeah,
4 tries. I saw one of her early runs that she had on the weekend, just literally ran around basically the whole team.
She in the nicest way possible. She's just got a mindset I'm gonna do what I can for the team. It's almost
So
like
good.
when the under 10s get in and they just want the ball and they just want to beat everyone.
Yeah.
It works for her because she's just such an
Exactly.
athlete. But she scored another try on the weekend.
Yep.
And just playing unreal. I also thought Zali was really good.
Yes.
Zali Hopkins. She scored a try. She did a really nice pass from dummy half to a winger on that left side to put her over.
I think, is it Vella again?
Yeah,
she got
Vella,
a double.
yes.
Yeah, she's playing good as well.
Yeah, so good to see her playing week in, week out.
Yes.
And given that opportunity because I feel like she's someone who just needs the confidence and a coach that's confident in her to be able to be a more consistent player in the team.
For sure.
Yeah, so she's done well.
A good try, I thought, by the Cowboys was the winger, Naikore.
That was like an NRL
I
try.
know, it looked like Dallin Watene-Lesniak out there. That was really cool. I think she got close. She almost got a double, or did she get a double? I don't know. I saw that one in the corner where she's jumped up and grounded it, just like
good.
Dallin, which was hectic, but she might have gone close for a double.
Nearly got a double.
Yeah.
That one deserves a double.
Yeah, give her two
I feel
points
like
for that.
that would be... I would love to play in the wing because I would want to score a try like that. Imagine that under your belt.
I
That'd be
know.
hectic.
Really
So
cool.
good.
So good to see her playing some good footy, but in a struggling Cowboys team.
Yeah, definitely. And then just one more for Dragons. Alexis, I'm going
Yes.
to let you say her last name because you nailed it last time.
No, you go for it. Come
No,
on.
I can't. I don't want to.
No, I know what you're saying though.
Yeah, Alexis Tawanai.
Tawanai. Oh gosh, you've done
I
it.
shouldn't have. She's, I reckon, been one of Dragon's best, and really unfortunate to see her get injured on the weekend.
Yes.
Another bloody hip drop.
Yes,
I'm pretty sure.
possible
So,
ACL. Right, it looked really.
yeah, it looked awkward and definitely not what the Dragons need. So, sending our love to Alexis.
Yeah, for sure. She's been massive for them. So I don't know if they've confirmed it though, if it was
No.
an ACL or not. Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
Praying for her, but
Yeah.
it did look really nasty. And this is the effects of the hip drop.
Yeah.
So I know we speak about them pretty frequently because there's a lot in the game and they're
Yeah.
getting put up, which I think is good. I'm like,
It's
you
so
need
good.
to look after the players. You can't have like a 12-month injury on the back of a shit tackle. Like
It's the worst.
crap.
Yeah. Learn how to tackle everyone.
Make sure we don't do any of
I
them.
know. I'm like, ooh. Okay, and then we had Titans versus Tigers.
Yes, close one, that one.
Yeah, Titans won 16 over Tigers 4.
Yes, Tigers were missing a lot of their key players in
So
that
many.
game. So they lost Kezi,
Yeah.
Salah,
And Rakia.
and Rakia. Yeah.
So they were already short last week against us.
yeah.
And
Because
then
they
they've
didn't have
lost another.
Emily. Was it Emily Curtin out?
Emily Curtin.
Bucky hasn't been in.
And
so
then they lose those 3 as well. Like,
yeah,
so they went very well considering against like a strong Titan side.
yeah, they did.
Um,
Speaking of strong Titan side,
yeah.
a couple of their strong players,
Yes.
their middles. So Georgia
Oh my
Hale,
gosh.
she's a freak. We speak
So
about her
good.
all the time as well, but another massive game in the middle, 49 tackles.
Yeah.
And then Shannon Muttle, I wanted to bring her up because I don't know if this is a record, it's got to be up there, 286 run meters.
That's freakish.
Is that probably a record for a middle, right?
For a middle, yeah.
It's huge.
Even for an outside back or a fullback to get that is big.
Yeah, I wonder what the record is.
286.
Yes, she had 128 post-contact meters. So
Holy.
apparently it was almost more than any other middle on the field.
Well done,
they actually
Shan.
ran. That was
That's
just her.
awesome.
Yeah, post-contact meters. So
Crazy.
massive game from Shannon.
What a workhorse.
But they're just carrying them. I feel like their middle's so strong.
Yeah.
And then it allows the backs to kind of play off it.
Yeah,
Barney,
definitely.
good again.
Yeah, she's always good. I feel like, their middle's their strength. I know
Yep.
when we went up against them, our game plan was to make sure that we didn't play to their strengths, which was middle. So we're playing a
Yeah.
little bit wider and trying to get a little bit outside of them.
Yep.
But yeah, not surprised with
Yeah.
Shannon and Georgia. Georgia scored a really good try as well.
Yes, that was a good
I
one.
feel like Shantae Ratu, like she did a really good setup for that.
Yes,
Like I
she
feel like
did.
she's finding her way as well.
Yep.
Young girl coming through, so it's good to see her, finding her way in the
Yeah.
opens age. But yeah, Tigers just struggling injury wise. I thought Christian Pio was pretty good for them.
Yeah, she was.
Nevada George as well. Like she does a lot of work.
Yep.
But Pio, some good carries. She threw this mad long ball to
Yes,
her
to a
winger.
winger. I saw
Put
that
her
one.
in. She looked
Yeah.
like she had so much time.
Good skill. She looked like a
but
halfback
great
there.
skill. Yeah, go Christian. But yeah, so
Look at
Titans.
all these props playing like halves.
I know.
Love it.
Love it. So good. So good.
Yes, hopefully. I think the Tigers had a tough run home, didn't they? So
Tigers, yeah. I think they got Broncos. I'm not sure who the other one is, but
Yeah,
tough
tough
one. I
run
remember
home.
talking to them after the game last week, and they said it's going to be a tough one.
Yep. And then the final game of the round, Roosters versus Eels. You guys got a big win, 46-12. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it was a very hot game. We went out there I think we came in half time, it just felt like we were very buggered just from the heat, and then it just felt a bit frantic. I feel like the score didn't really reflect how it felt.
Yeah.
We didn't feel like we scored that many points. Parramatta actually had a really good completion rate. I think at halftime, Strangey said that they completed 10 from 10 or something.
Wow,
So I think it's been awesome for them to have Rachel Pearson back.
Yep.
She's just
She's been the key for them.
She's been key. Yeah, without them, I think they would have struggled even more. So they're very lucky to have her there. But we didn't go into it underestimating them. They had a win last week, so we knew that they can pull it together. Yeah. But yeah, it was tough. It was a real tough game still.
Can we talk about Rachel Pearson's kicking game and how
Oh my
she just
gosh.
keeps putting them on a platter for her wingers?
Yes. How about the one right on the bell? We
So
were
good.
after that, we felt like we lost. Yeah.
Yeah,
we were
right.
Just disappointed. No, we just we didn't want to let them in.
Yeah.
But far out,
Classy.
so classy, on a string.
Yeah.
And Kimberly Hunt did such a good job of
reeling
that in and then staying in. She was tiptoeing along
Yeah.
the touch line. And she did a really good job.
Such a
They've
good
got a
job.
good little combo going on there.
They do.
Yeah.
The other person I wanted to bring up was Mahalia. So Mahalia's moved to second row.
Yeah.
Which is
so
such a
much
good move.
better. Yeah.
It's heaps of ball.
So much
She
ball.
ran for 173 meters, which is really she's involved now. It's so good to see.
She's a bit of a waste out on the centres, I feel like.
Yeah.
We spoke about that last week with Koenig. Koenig brought it up too. And
Yep.
she's so strong.
Yeah.
yeah, she's hard to handle. When we spoke about in the intro, I played in the halves for a little bit and she was on that side. I think I had to tackle her like 6 times, like back to back. Far out. She's funny. Tough. But yeah, I agree. I think that positional move's very good for Eels.
Yeah.
Suits her a lot.
So I was watching the game at home. I think I just got in from Townsville. We got in just after lunchtime. And I thought you'd gone off because Hayes and I were watching, my little 5-year-old nephew.
Yeah.
And he was yelling out like, "Where's Corby? Where's Corby?" Because I think, is he at the back? Or
no, me and Josh did a clean swap.
Oh, so was it? Okay.
Yeah.
I think they must have kicked high, and then I thought I saw Izzy at the back who kind of cleaned it up, and I was like, "Oh shit, where is Corbs?" I freaked out a little bit because I was like, "Where the hell have you gone?" But then we saw you again, and then he's like, "There she is." So, that's so cool.
It was fun. Yeah, it was a bit of fun. Like he told me earlier in the week that we were probably going to do it if the scoreline sort of allowed us to, just in case, like touch wood, nothing ever happens to Joss. But Tavana Papali'i, who's one of our young girls who was in our squad, she did her ACL earlier in the season. So that sort of ruled her out. And then, he pretty much told me
stay ready.
to stay ready, which is scary. But no, fingers crossed everything stays good and nothing has to change. But it was nice to be able to, I just miss sort of being on the line. 10 minutes was plenty of time. But no, it was good fun.
No, you're doing a really good job at the back.
Thanks, Keeks.
You're everywhere, which is so good to see. You're killing it.
It's good. Like, I feel like we have such a good, with our yardage carries, we just we identify that, Para struggle a little bit through their middle. So they're strong in attack, but just get a little bit tired in defence. So we wanted to attack that a little bit and just going off the back of we have that Isabel, Kelly, Jess, just having good carries first and then the middle's coming in. So it makes my job easy just to push through. If you need me, I'm here, but they usually get the job done themselves. So
you guys are killing it. I think you're going to be so hard to beat. I don't know who's going to do it, to be honest.
Well, I feel like Knights can definitely do it. It's going to be a big game this weekend. I'm really excited for it. But, because they've been looking good too. And as I said, they know how to win. They are a very gritty team. They can grind it out. And I think it's going to be a good game. Can't wait.
Well, let's look at these games coming up, okay? So round 8.
Yes.
Preview. First game is us, Sharks v Dragons. We're on a Thursday night.
Local derby.
Yes, local derby. Thursday night down at Shark Park. Now that the men are in the finals, so there's no Thursday night game. We are the Thursday night game.
How good.
I think it's going to be a cracker crowd down there.
It would be if it wasn't 8 o'clock at night.
Why would they do that to us?
I know.
NRL, seriously, like on a standalone game on a Sunday, we had not even 2,000 people.
Yeah.
So imagine how...
That's a stitch up.
It's not that I'm ungrateful, but I'm just saying, like...
Yeah.
We'd be lucky to have 200.
Yeah. No, I reckon...
Be like,
the shy could get around you.
Maybe your parents.
My family.
Can you please come?
We're coming for sure. 8 o'clock.
Past Bodie's bedtime.
I know.
Past your bedtime. No.
For real, no.
It's a bit rough, but anyway.
Hopefully people come out and support. So everyone, PointsBet Stadium.
Please.
7:45 kickoff.
Support us.
Get there. I'm going to back you guys.
Thank you.
You're going to finish strong. You're going to get 2 big wins.
Yep.
Bring it on.
Bring it. I'm backing me too.
Good.
Here we go. Saturday, first game up, Tigers v Broncos.
Yeah. Broncos too good.
I think so.
They're going to win that one.
Yes. Same.
Yeah.
Second game, you guys. Knights v Roosters.
Yeah. Obviously backing my Roosters, but I think it's going to be close.
Where are you guys playing?
Up in Newcastle.
Ooh.
Which I'm so excited about because I love seeing
the crowd.
All the Newcastle girls putting up all their crowd attendances.
Oh, it's unreal.
So good. So I know it's going to be, we're the enemies and they're going to be booing us and it's be a bit hostile, but I just am keen to be around that environment.
Wait, but then do the boys play Sunday?
So the boys play on Sunday. So
up there.
So we, after our game yesterday, we were told by our media manager that if the NRL men Canberra Raiders beat the Sharks, that it would have been Roosters Knights men on the Sunday. So it would have pushed our game to the Sunday.
Oh, that would have been
so
sick.
that would have been hectic. So even though I'm a Sharks gal,
yeah.
I was sort of like hoping that Canberra won just because I think that would have been a sick double
cool.
header.
Yep.
So now there's 2 games on the
Saturday
weekend
and a Sunday
at Newcastle.
Newcastle going to be partying the whole weekend.
I know.
They're going to be so happy.
Well, they'll be a bit sad after the Saturday game.
Maybe. No, you're right. It will be really cool though. I remember for our game there last weekend, it was such a massive crowd. I think there was 19,000 Hamilton for the girls' game.
Yeah.
And then Full House for the men.
They love it there.
So good.
Is it just because it's like small town? Like
yeah. Not a lot to do. It's pretty chill.
Get around their footy.
Get around the footy.
So cool. I'm pumped. I still think even though it's a standalone women's game, I feel like they love the women's team as well up there. So it's still going to be a good crowd.
They're really good supporters up there in Newey.
Yeah.
I am going to be
a bit cheeky.
Yeah, I'm going to say night.
Yeah, make it interesting.
Yeah. And then it'll make the finals more interesting too. Otherwise, you guys are just going to keep winning the whole way through. It's going to be boring.
Yeah.
So, go the Knights.
Disagree, but whatever. Fuel my fire.
That's it. Sunday,
Cowboys Raiders.
Yes. Raiders.
Yeah, Raiders. I feel like...
Sorry, Cowboys.
Yeah, we touched on Cowboys just on the downhill.
Yep.
Where is that game? Do you know? Surely Canberra.
I don't know.
Not sure either. Anyway, I was going to say Raiders at home are like unbeatable.
Hard to beat.
I feel like they're so good at home.
And they'll be upset on the back of that loss against the Knights.
Yeah.
I think they'll be up for a big one.
Yeah, agreed. And then last game of the round, Titans versus Eels.
Ooh.
Like, I feel like...
I'd say Titans.
Titans should win, definitely.
Yep.
But after playing Eels, like, I just feel like they're pretty solid in attack. Like, lack a bit of spark.
Yep.
But, like, can complete.
Yes.
Titans, struggled a little bit against Tigers. Like, it was sort of close. So, I don't know. I reckon Eels could put up a good fight. I'm still backing the Titans for sure. But, yeah.
It's going to be a close one.
Could be a close one.
I know the last time, I think it was me, Bo, and Nita, we all backed the Eels and they won.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll say Eels.
Yes.
Same thing, just mix it up. Make it
Change
exciting.
it up. Yeah.
Titans are pretty much safe in the top 4 anyway.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. So...
Titans, yeah. So let's talk about, do you know what the live ladder is?
No, but I can look it up.
Look it up. I know that we're on top with points.
Yeah,
and then Knights second. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so Roosters, you guys are on 12. Knights is on 12.
Yeah.
Titans 10. Broncos 8.
Okay.
And then Raiders are on 8 points. Dragons on 6. And then the rest, actually, Sharks, Tigers, Cowboys all on 4. Eels on 2.
Yeah. So I just feel like the worst thing for us, if we beat Newcastle, come first, and I feel like Broncos for a semi is so hard. Like,
yes.
And especially if it follows the boys finals, like the boys, like if we go to Brisbane, have to play Broncos in Brisbane,
you might lose.
Like, I don't know, I just feel like that's tough.
That would be tough.
There's no advantage. I can't wait till there's maybe a longer final series for us.
Yeah.
And a bit of like some sort of
chance.
advantage. Whether it's a second chance or a home game or something.
Yeah. You do or die once you get there.
Yeah, because I was thinking about that. Like, Broncos are looking good. I don't want to verse them in the semis.
Up there especially.
Yeah.
You're right.
That'll be tough.
It's going to be interesting.
But we'll see. We'll go week by week, eh?
Yes.
Yes. So that's going to be round 8. We are really heading towards the back end.
I know.
Almost at finals footy.
Yep.
Boys are there now.
I know. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's this time of the year.
We're
in spring. We got through winter.
Yeah.
Love that.
Oh my gosh, it's spring.
I know.
Yeah.
Time's flying.
Love it. Love it.
Speaking of spring.
Yes.
What did you do for Father's Day yesterday?
I was playing football.
Oh, you did too. Did your dad go up though?
So my dad came up. Bax and Bodie came up. Carter was with his dad.
Cute.
So it was fun. I know we played up on Central Coast. I was hoping Bax and Bodie would come up, but he did like an early Father's Day thing with his dad.
Oh, okay.
They did like a hike and he took Carter and Bodes. And then I was like, come up so that you're not like on your own Sunday morning. I felt so guilty. But like he was all
stayed
good.
up there.
Because we stayed up there. Yeah, we did captain's run up there on Saturday and stayed up there.
Yeah.
But he was fine. So he ended up coming up. He did breakfast with his mum on the Sunday morning. So Odette held it down for me and took him out and made him feel special. But then, they all came and had to come watch footy for me on their Father's Day. So appreciate you guys.
They love it. Bax wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
I know.
He's the best hab.
He is a great hab.
He's all for it.
The best hab. And then my dad's great too. So I was very lucky to have them up there and supporting me on their day. That's nice. Which was nice. What did you get up to?
Well, I got back in, late, just after lunch. My dad was very full for brekkie. He had a big brekkie. Brad looked after him. Yeah. So we just did like an early dinner. We went up to the pub, his favourite spot, Highfields.
Yeah.
And we just had early dinner, watched the Sharkies up there, which was cool.
Cool.
Pretty chilled.
Love that. Yeah, actually we did, we just stayed up at Central Coast did a leagues club dinner as well,
Yeah.
which was nice.
Easy. Keep it simple.
Yes.
Keep it with what works, you know?
Yeah. So I hope everyone had good Father's Day.
Yes.
Happy Father's Day to all the
dads.
dads or mums that are doing both.
That's it.
Everyone.
We appreciate you guys.
Yes. But we thought we would finish with a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Talking about Father's Day and just see how much we know about our dads.
Well, that's it, because we were going to bring them in here and see how well... Wait, were we going to quiz them?
Yeah, I reckon my thoughts were quiz them and
Yeah.
see how good of a dad they are and quiz them on us.
How well
But
they know us.
we didn't get them in, so now we have to put ourselves on the spot
Yeah.
and see how well we know them.
Yeah, we'll do our best, and then we'll have to get them to listen back and then tell us if we're right or wrong.
Yeah,
We
we
could be
don't have
telling
the answers.
Yeah, we could tell stories.
We could just
here,
make it up and
and no one would ever know.
maybe that's what we should do.
We'll give some feedback next week on how well we do with these.
We will.
But let's kick it off.
Bit of fun.
I'll go
You
first. So here we go. Where and what year was your dad born?
Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Who was I meant to ask?
I thought I was going to ask you. You said I'll go first.
Oh, no, we'll just both answer. So we'll go one
gotcha.
question for one,
Okay.
and then we'll both answer them.
All right. My dad is a Takapuna, Auckland boy. So he was born there. What year? He was born in 1960.
Yeah? Is he the same age as
He's
my mum?
60.
No, that's right.
1963. Is that
Yes,
60 years ago?
I think that's-
1963.
Okay, you saved yourself there.
Oh,
Lucky.
no, because he's 61 this year. 1962.
Oh, gosh, 3 attempts. That's a fail. That's a cross.
Oh, gosh.
My dad was born in 1964.
You came up with these questions, so you looked at the
and
answers.
in Archu. So in the Cook Islands, a small island named Archu.
What a spot. We went there,
No, we didn't.
didn't we?
We went to Atutaki.
Oh,
Yeah.
I knew that. I thought Achu was like, no, okay.
No, it's one of the 15. There's 15 islands. Easy to get confused, but
Beautiful spot.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, you go first this one. What was Louis' childhood like?
I know he grew up in the islands. So I think he moved to Rarotonga, which is the main island of the Cook Islands, when he was maybe 9 or 10.
Yeah. I'm going to cross-check these.
Definitely to cross-check.
Louis.
But I know he doesn't really like where he is originally from. So he doesn't like Archu because apparently the island's haunted. So he's had some like bad experiences with ghosts. So he reckons.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We have to get them in because I reckon they have some good stories.
Really good stories.
Yeah.
I just know he's pretty much traumatized. Anytime we try to say, hey, let's go back to Archie, like we want to see where he grew up. He's like,
Really?
nah, never going back there again. So
Okay, I want to hear more about that.
yeah. And
Does
then
he
I
have? Do
think-
you know any like cool stories?
No, I remember him saying that they had like this treasure chest kind of drawer thing in the house, and he remembers he always used to get like thrown in there, or like he'd find himself waking up.
The ghost would throw him in there.
and he'd wake up in the
No.
treasure chest. Yes, that's what he's
Like,
told
how
me. So he's
old?
like, when he was a kid, like when he was little. Yeah, so he's like,
I'd be
off it.
outie.
Yeah, that's why he just doesn't want to go back.
And like locked in there.
Yeah.
Oh
like
my
he'd be
gosh,
stuck in there.
that's traumatizing.
I know. We'll have to get him in. I don't know if I'm telling the story right, but that's just what I remember.
We'll go
him
with
saying.
that. Oh my gosh. Cool.
But yeah, but I think in the islands, otherwise, like it's a fun, cruisy life.
Yeah.
I know they run to school, they have to walk to school. You know, no shoes. I know
It's the best.
it's still like that in the islands now, but
Yep.
yes, very humble.
Yes. Love
Humble
that.
childhood. How
And when
about
did he
yours?
move to Australia?
Oh, he moved to New Zealand first.
Yeah.
I think when he was 14 or 15, he was moving over to play footy.
Yeah.
I think.
Is that where you met your mum?
No, but we'll get to that.
Okay.
I think there's a question.
Sorry,
there.
too many questions.
You get carried away. No, I'm kidding. Tell us about your dad's. What was his childhood like?
So my dad grew up in New Zealand. I think the same, very, very humble. I don't think they had like heaps of, not that they were poor, but like didn't have heaps of money or anything. Very active, like he loved his sport growing up. What else? I think
How many siblings? Does he have a big...
he has one brother and one sister.
Cool.
He was the middle child, I believe. And I just remember him saying that he like I think he had to like work from an early age. He loved riding motorbikes from a young age as well. And just like sort of learnt to look after himself from a young age. Then they moved. They lived in New Zealand for most of his life, young life,
Yep.
and then moved over to Australia when I was 3. So figure that out. Maybe
Yeah,
in
okay.
his 30s, 40s.
You're just throwing numbers out.
I'm 20, probably 40s, 30s.
Oh, I don't even.
No, definitely 30s. When he was about 30, because I remember we had his 40th in Sydney.
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll roll with that then. What sports did he play growing up? You mentioned he was active.
My dad is a really good triathlete, so he did like run, swim. What else did you do in triathlons?
Bike.
Cycle. Yeah. And so he did a lot of that. I think he played some rugby and stuff, but he was more about the triathlete life. Because my granddad was a really good triathlon athlete too.
Cool.
So passed it down, didn't pass it on to me,
Yeah, I was about to say, have you ever thought of doing one?
Never in my life.
Nah,
not my jam.
Maybe when we're retired, we should.
Hell no.
No, I can't swim really.
Let's go like the other way. Let's go like
where's the other
golf.
way? Yeah, okay. I feel like that
You know
sounds
what I
much
mean?
more appetizing.
Yes, on the buggy with a vino.
I'm really good at driving the buggy. No. With vino, was that?
A vino?
Fine, I'll come.
Okay, sold. No, he was really good at that. So he always did those, and he was very good at them.
And I love that he still does a lot of bike riding. Does he run still? Not
He
so much?
still runs.
Yep.
Oh, like he has over the years. I think more riding. I think it's a bit easier on the joints.
Yeah.
He's like 60 now, so but he's still so fit. If I went for a run with him, I wouldn't be able to keep up.
Yeah, you and me both.
Yeah,
I know your dad.
He
a
always he always tries to encourage me. He probably hasn't for a while now, but like when I was living at home, like he'd be like, "I want to go for a run or a ride." I'm like, "No."
I love that.
And it's like just a cheeky 5K. Like we'll go your pace. And like sometimes I would just fold and be like, "Okay, let's do it."
Yeah.
And like I can feel like I'm struggling and like he wants to
slowing
go. I'm
down.
like, "Dad, just go." And he's like, "No, I'm okay." I'm like, "Oh, this is so embarrassing."
He's a fit man.
He's just fit.
Love it.
What did your dad play growing up?
He likes to tell me that he did everything and that he was really, really good at everything. So I don't know which sports in particular, but literally anything. Like we could be watching cricket. He's like, I was the best at cricket back in my day. We could be watching swimming. I used to be the best in swimming.
Humble as.
Everything, yeah. Really humble. Had a humble upbringing, but not so humble when we talk about what he's good at. He thinks he's the man at everything. So
How funny.
He did excel in league though. He was a good league player. That's what he moved to New Zealand for. I don't know if he came to Australia for league as well. I think it was more to do with he was like performing he was like drumming. So he was doing Cook Island drumming in like a dance troupe, I think, and then they moved over to Sydney. And then I think from there, I don't know, he must have kept playing footy because he played a bit with Cronulla.
Yeah.
And then he debuted in the NRL with Para. So
cool.
yes, he's
It's in the
footy
genes.
head. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it tells us he was a gun at everything. Just ask him. We'll have to bring him on.
I reckon he was. How good. Love that.
Yes.
When and how did he meet your mum, Susan?
Yeah. So I remember them telling me that they met at the beach, and I think it was like my mum was in a dance group.
Yeah.
What was theirs called? I think it was called the Drums of Polynesia. Maybe.
So cool.
So mum was in one and my dad was in another one. So
Yeah.
they're probably like, you can imagine.
How romantic.
I know,
like
down at
dancing.
No, I don't
pulling each other in with their moves.
Dad drumming for my mum. Gross. But yeah, I'm pretty sure at the beach, maybe Bronte Beach or something like that.
That's so
I
romantic.
know. It's a bit cute.
That's a cute story.
How did yours meet?
I don't know exactly, but I know my mum lied about her age. I think she said she was older than she was. It could have been, it was either through a mutual friend or maybe through one of my mum's siblings.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure. But I think it was just out at like a club or like out somewhere.
Cute. I like it.
Yeah. That's all I know.
Love
That's
that.
all I want to know, I think.
Wait, is that how you and Bax met? Similar stories? Out or no?
Yeah, out at a birthday.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Like mother, like daughter.
Yes.
Were you
I don't lie
your
about my age though.
Would it do such things?
Cheeky mummy.
I love that. Who do you think or does your dad have a favourite child? And if so, who is it?
I'd say me.
I was going to say.
I think just because I'm the only girl, like I've got 4 brothers, so that. But I feel like I'm going to say Jordan.
Yeah.
So he's my brother just above me, just because he is like, all my brothers played rugby, but I don't know, Jordan sort of like excelled the most and like Dad just loved it because he's a rugby guy.
Yep.
And just, I'd probably say Jordan.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
I think for my dad,
Yep.
it was Brad.
Uh-huh.
But then Brad can be an idiot now. So maybe it was me. I know last year I was probably the favourite, but I won the premiership with Knights.
Oh my God, that's so
I know he was
funny.
very happy then. But now that I'm with the Sharks, I'm not doing so well. It might be mine or my youngest sister.
Based on how you go on footy.
Boring. Boring. Mine are. She's doing well now. No,
I feel like you are.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
I'm a pretty good child.
I feel like you're his favourite.
We'll go with that.
Yeah.
Do you think your dad has a favourite grandchild? Bodie.
This is really like biased, but I think he is obsessed with Bowden.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time. Well, it's going to happen because my mum watches Bowden the most of all the grandchildren. Yeah. It was always Carter, but Carter's older now and he's got lots going on.
Yeah.
And because I'm just getting back into footy and stuff, Bodie's over at Mum and Dad's a lot, and like as soon as I pull up, Dad's up on the veranda like, is Bowden here? And like will come out and meet me at the car and bring him in and play with him. But Dad's always been good with all the grandkids. But
and how many are there? Because there's a lot. So
Bowden's number 10, and then Jessie just had another one like
one of 11
nearly 2 months ago.
That's a good claim.
11.
Bowden, the favourite of
10.
11.
Yes, we call him Bowden 10 because he was named after Bowden Barrett.
Yeah,
and Bowden Barrett was number 10.
Yes.
So Dad's like in his like love and life because he's an All Black diehard.
Diehard, yeah, he is.
But yeah, I think Bodie's a bit more of, what's the front row number? Bowden 8.
Bodie
8.
He's chunky, isn't he?
He's a chunky boy.
I love that.
Who's Louis' favourite grandchild?
I was going to say Hayes, but I had a little think about it. But Hayes is quite naughty, and my dad doesn't like when he like...
He's too cheeky.
Yeah, and doesn't listen or answers back to his mum. He's like, he's a naughty kid. So it's a bit shitty with him. So I think it's Kalia. And now that Kalia's playing footy, she's a really good girl. So I think Kalia's the favourite.
She's such a good girl.
She is a good girl.
How fun.
So that's Cordor's favourite.
Yeah. Good girl, Kalia. Who is his favourite sports team?
My dad is funny, so he's obviously from the Cook
Your dad
Islands.
is funny.
He's a bit of a dork. So he's from the islands, like grew up in a little bit in New Zealand as well, but with all sport, he goes for Australia.
Yes.
So he's like a diehard Australian fan.
Random.
So like he hates the All Blacks because my mum's a diehard All Black fan. So she loves it, and he's always like,
Go the Wallabies. That's all I remember growing up.
Yeah.
If we like, I think if you guys would ever come watch it with like us, if my dad would put it on, he'd be wearing his Wallabies just like, go the Wallabies. I'm like, what's doing?
Who are you? Don't even go here. Yeah, literally. But I don't know. I think it's just like he's moved to Australia. He loves Australia. He loves the opportunity. Like he's just like, I'm committed to Australia. Yeah. So he's a diehard, Australian
That's
fan.
fair. Yeah.
Which is weird. But then he also is a diehard Queensland fan. He loves Queensland, which we spoke about as well. But he's not from either place. But
that's so funny.
He's probably
he's really taken on what Australia's given him.
Yeah, exactly.
Embraced Australia.
So funny.
Well, my dad's the opposite.
Yeah.
He's literally number one All Blacks fan. Got all the signed jerseys. Got All Blacks on his back or tattoos on his arms of when they won the World Cup and all the dates. And he's an All Black nerd.
I love it.
Easy one.
All Blacks. What about your dad's favourite music? Or does he have a favourite song or an artist? What's he into?
He loves the Eagles.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, loves the Eagles. I remember there was like a cover band in the Shire that we took him to, and he was like loving life in his element.
So cute.
And he's a good Christian man, so he's always like playing his Christian music too, which I love. Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah. What about your dad?
He's very into his island music. So I think he's like growing up, we listened to a lot of it. So that's kind of stuck with me. I like the island music as well.
Yeah.
So
sorry, I just had a flashback.
What?
Remember at my would have been wedding when you were playing all the island music and my dad was like, my dad is the most like unco dancer.
Yes.
And like he was just doing the wrong moves. Like he was like island, like drums. And
I've got
like,
videos.
like clapping and just doing all the wrong moves.
I gotta post it up because I actually have videos that came up on my Snap
poor
videos.
Dad.
So
he tries.
funny.
He loves it. He'll give it a crack.
I thought about another memory though. I
What?
thought you were gonna bring this up. Your engagement party. So yours and Bax's engagement, and my dad took over the microphone, goes up to the DJ and says, "Brother, play this Cook Island music. Play this Cook Island song," and then he made us perform.
I feel like that's the one. So, anytime that was my event, so I shouldn't have been stitched up like that.
Exactly. It's
Thanks,
not even your
Louis.
dad. It's my dad.
Nobody knows how to bring good positive vibes. It's the best. I love it. Except I don't love going to your family events. Okay, the part I do love, you guys put on like the best shows and you love your music and all of that, which is amazing. But then at the end of it, you love to pull up like guest to your party and make them dance. And every time it's Bax and I. And like we suck, but we're like we're not going to get out of this, so we
Bax
just get up and
so
cop
good.
it. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to show some videos of Bax as well. He knows how to dance.
No, because
it's
with Bax comes me, and
I'm gonna put them all up.
oh god,
It's good. So
sorry
funny.
guys in advance.
It makes sense though, right? Because my parents were both performers back in the day.
Yeah,
so now I think
it is
makes
amazing.
sense.
I love it. I wish I was just brought up with them more, so I felt more comfortable in those situations. But every time you guys start, I'm like, this is not going to end well.
Love
Anyway,
it.
but
We'll get some videos of both of those
Too funny.
memories. How funny. Your dad though, I'm done.
oh my gosh,
that'll do
he's
me.
so white. It's the best. Okay, last one. What does his ideal Father's Day look like?
Ooh, I don't know why I threw that in there. I didn't really think about it. I think something similar like what we did yesterday. Chilled. He's very chilled.
Yeah.
He probably would have liked if all of us could have been there. So like my sister back in New Zealand, if she was over, Brad and all the kids, I think he'd just be happy doing something with all of us.
Yeah.
He loves Highfield, so includes a couple of beers.
Yeah,
for sure.
amazing.
What
Love
about
that.
your dad's?
Well, Father's Day is usually always it is always on a Sunday. So I think his perfect day would be going to church and then something chill too, like fish and chips down at South Beach or something. Yeah, just chilling with the fam.
They're easy.
Yes.
I love it.
We've got good daddies.
Go our dadders. We'll make sure we get them on another time.
Yeah, that'll be a good time.
But
Can't
for
wait.
now,
For now, that's us.
that is us for another episode. What number
Yay.
is this? 17.
Look
Go
at us
us. So
go.
good. I'm proud of us.
Me too. We're so close to 20.
I know.
That'd be a nice round number.
And then we were told that most people give up by 40.
40.
Yeah.
I reckon we can surpass that.
We're going to surpass it for sure.
Yeah. Can't wait.
So keep up the
Hopefully you guys
likes.
aren't getting sick of us.
I know, probably. But we say it every time. Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Keep supporting us, please. Keep the likes, comments, subscriptions. Yeah.
Yep.
I
We
haven't checked
appreciate
that in
it.
a minute. We need to check that out. But we'll be back next week.
Yes. Chat to you then.
Bye-bye.
Bye.